90% on my overthinking, pretty much fixed.
So you don't overthink anymore. What's different? Hello, everyone. Today, I'm joined by Paul. Hello, Paul, and thank you for coming here today.
Hello, Alina. Nice to see you.
So, just to tell everyone who you are and what do you do?
Okay, so my name is Paul, and I work in pharmaceuticals. So a very technical engineering role.
Thank you very much. So a bit of context, you've been referred by a friend to my services. Can you tell us, how did you feel to talk to me for the first time?
When I first approached you, it was nerve-wracking. And I think that's because it's a male thing, because I'm not used to talking about myself and my potential issues to anyone.
That's it.
Let alone an almost stranger.
Especially a woman, probably.
I didn't say woman. Did I
Did I just say that? Oh, sorry. You can cut that out. It's true, though. You know what I mean? Yes, because we're brainwashed that, the guy's brainwashed that we have to tackle everything. If we don't, then, you are weak, isn't it? You're not supposed to be on that side of the spectrum that I have to deal with everything myself. Right.
Inwardly, maybe. But outwardly, you're not. Even to friends, I'm not one of those people that I have to tackle everything and read everything and do everything. But sometimes inwardly you feel, and we'll get around to that, but yes, you do.
Do you talk about your problems with your friends?
In an outline type of way, and almost made into a jokey male conversation.
Yes, it's always, it's a banter, isn't it? It's always joking about well-being and everything. Yeah. What were your main frustrations about your current situations at that time?
At the time, it was my constantly overanalyzing pretty much everything I was doing in a relationship. Overanalyzing, overthinking, overdramatizing. That word I've learnt from you afterwards, but yeah, all of those things. I'm not just being relaxed in a relationship. That was my frustration.
That's amazing. That means you didn't know it was your frustration before you came.
I kind of knew it was, but I didn't know the terminology until we spoke about it afterwards.
Interesting.
And that's when I put the terminology and the wording to the actual problem that I thought I had.
What made you realize it then?
It was when we went through cognitive distortions.
Nice.
And that's when we discussed it. And that's when I had that light bulb moment to say, okay, I now get it. That's where I was.
Just to point out, cognitive distortions are the mind traps that your brain created to have like a shortcuts, but they are not shortcuts. They're actually draining you and they're taking energy out of you every single day. That's why we go over them.
Yeah.
So what was your overall mindset before we started to work together? What was your overall feeling about yourself and how you reacted to things?
There'd been a change in how I thought about myself. So generally, I'm quite level-headed, chilled, calm. And I was starting to become less calm and overthinking pretty much everything. And it felt like a switch had been turned and I couldn't stop myself from overthinking and then going back to the calmness of where I wanted to be.
Yeah, you wanted to go back to your roots, the way how you were in the beginning, because you lost yourself.
Yeah. Exactly that.
Amazing. Okay, so what have you tried already before coming to my practice? What worked, what didn't?
It's easy to say that pretty much nothing worked. As soon as I kind of recognised these signs about myself, I started to look at YouTube. Generally, because I'm a man, I started to look at what men were putting on there. And all you had then was another male point of view of what someone else is doing wrong, rather than my mindset, if that makes sense, which reinforced that there was something wrong, but no real solution on how to put it right.
Yes, you didn't have any path into creating your own strategies and tools, how to run your life and how to go back to that source that you were talking about.
No, it was pretty much this is the way things are. And like you've said, there's no tools. You were given no tools to go back and how to work with it.
That must be really frustrating. You're looking for answers and you can't find any. You're just saying, I'm stuck and I will be stuck forever, isn't it?
Yeah, it may be that I picked the wrong YouTube to look at, but it was almost like a justification. You're this way and it's okay, but it's not okay. Yeah.
Interesting. So what you did, you put in search and you put, this is it, what's happening and I want to tackle this.
Yeah. So if the search may have just been overthinking, but it was, okay, let me show you a video about overthinking.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, lots of people do it.
It's all about diagnosing, isn't it? All about labeling, but
Yeah.
not showing you solutions.
Yes.
What were you expecting to achieve or to understand from our mindset coaching together?
I was probably hoping to go back to my calm, level-headed self and just reset. So that's what I was looking to do, without the added bonus, if you like, of actually knowing why that was happening and working out why it was happening. Not working out, but you telling me why things were happening.
So you wanted to understand why, and you wanted to understand how
Yes.
to get to that calm state of mind.
Yes. How to turn off the overthinking, the overanalysing. And I put this with me being an engineer.
Yes.
And this is a real chicken and egg, because in my engineering role, I analyse. And I remember one week you saying to me, analysing is good.
It's good.
Overthinking is maybe not so good.
Yes.
If it's in a different context or different scenario.
It's when you have that deadline, when you have results.
Yes.
Overthinking, you just go over and over and over. But when you analysing, it's actually good because you get to solution and plan.
You need to get to that solution part. So analysing in an engineering world, you analyse, and I analyse a lot, to get to a solution.
That's it.
With overthinking, there seems to be no end. It just carries on and on and on.
Yes, definitely. A repetitive mindset, isn't it? So what have been the standout results since starting?
There's probably been a few, to be honest.
Interesting.
And I put them all down as light bulb moments. So if you remember when we started,
Yes.
and we spoke about values.
Yes, the first session.
Maybe 2 or 3 sessions in, I was still thinking, why did we write down all these values? Because we haven't looked at these again. And on maybe session 4, we referred back to it. And that was a light bulb moment then, of thinking what I was trying to achieve and what I was expecting from others. But one of the other things that really stood out to me was not everything has to be 100%. And that, again, maybe from my engineering type background, I almost like perfection.
So all that all or nothing thinking.
Yeah, exactly that. So if you're planning something and it's not quite exactly 100%, for me, that would feel like a failure.
Yes.
But now it doesn't. Now it's you've done as best you can. You've done 90%.
That's it.
And it's still a success. There's no failure at 90%.
If you design a piece of machinery, right, it has to be working 100%.
Yes.
If you don't make it work 100%, if you don't design every single part specifically, it's not going to work. So you applied it to life.
Without too much detail about what I do at work, because I can't, some things I can't say. If it doesn't work, it affects people's health.
Yes.
So it has to be pretty much 100%. And I was bringing that into a personal life. And that added to the overthinking about what someone may want. Maybe trying 100% everything I was doing in a relationship.
And then you're assuming and predicting and your mind reading, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's quite hard to understand where the level is, where you have to stop, where the boundary is, and how to apply it.
That was it. It was one of those, you mentioned boundaries, which you come onto, but it's trying to set my own boundaries as well.
Yes, for yourself.
Yeah, my boundaries were ever moving because it was being reflected on me what someone else wanted.
That's it.
So
you're adapting.
Yeah. So my boundaries kept moving and moving and moving until you get to a point and they're almost breaking and you think there's something wrong.
Yes.
And that's where I got to. Go back to the beginning. That's where I was at.
That's amazing. It's like a fresh start.
Yes.
So which parts of working together did you find most valuable and enjoyable?
It was a different experience to what I thought it was going to be.
Interesting.
So at the beginning, when I said I was apprehensive about talking to you, and I was, but when we got into the sessions, it became very relaxed.
Yes.
And even on Teams calls, it felt like friends talking. You were asking me questions, I was giving you answers, but it didn't feel like a question and answer session. We were just talking.
Yeah.
But all the time you were piecing bits together, and it became a very relaxed experience rather than stressful.
That's so sweet. Most of the time, especially with the first discovery call, people feel so stressed and so nervous.
Yeah.
But then they talk to me through discovery call and they say, this is so easy. Actually, I didn't expect it to be so easy because it's just a conversation.
Yes.
And I'm not a detective or policeman, right? Asking all those, where are you from? What's your name?
It was trying to piece those together And like I said already, going back to the values.
That's it.
Maybe 3-4 sessions in, I'm thinking, are we going to go back to values? Have we forgotten day one?
Yeah.
And we hadn't, or you hadn't.
But you went back.
And we were going back. Yeah, and I kept referring back. So it's great to keep notes and refer back to where we were and how we started.
Yes. Notes are very important.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, because when people take notes, they can go back, like you said, and look through and maybe add something.
Yeah, so quite a few times I did that. Went back and added things afterwards, after the event. Yeah, or even 2 or 3 weeks after, I went back and added something.
That's it.
To a previous note. Sometimes directly after a session was when I did more thinking.
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
Because we would spend our time talking and then I would start to think and then start to put what you've just told me, not just into practice, but also into my thought of how I was working. So a session would be 45 minutes and then there'd be another hour of me just thinking about where I was and what I was trying to do and then reanalyzing. So it never stopped.
It's easy, I think, because you can apply it straight away after the session. You don't have to think, oh, I need to work hard on this, or I need to do this.
Yeah.
You just apply it naturally, isn't it? Because it's a natural process of you already using those tools. And I'm not just saying, look, you use just this, you use just that.
Yeah. But you say using tools, almost like as a toolbox of go and get this tool out.
That's it.
But you don't think about it. You end up not thinking. You end up doing. And not thinking. And then afterwards you think, oh, actually, I've done what we spoke about 3 weeks ago. So it's just, it turns natural.
Mm-hmm. And you apply what you're already doing even more.
Yes.
Isn't it? That's amazing. I love this point. So how do you feel now, having gone through the whole process, if you would compare with beginning of it?
Probably 90% fixed.
Ooh, I like that. I like that you didn't say 100% because it's not possible, because life is the lesson all through.
Yeah, because you get to 100. First, it's not possible, but then you switch off. So 90% keeps me just enough to say, I need to keep working on things.
That's it.
So 90% on my overthinking, pretty much fixed.
So you don't overthink anymore. What's different?
I've learned how to turn off from work analysing and then private life thinking, but not overthinking.
I like that. That's the best breakthrough.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's based on, as we discussed, the cognitive distortions.
Yes.
Of how I was always trying to analyse, always trying to fix. It's always my problem to fix. And it's not always my problem to fix.
No, it's not.
So the fix or non-fix is just a yes or no. And now I just reject it and say it's not my problem to fix. So that I don't have to analyse it, don't have to overthink. So it just stops. It stops it in its tracks.
Yes, that's beautiful, Paul. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right. Did you have any doubts or concerns before you started coaching with me?
In all honesty, yes, I did. I thought it was going to be a question and answer session.
Like
here's a question.
A, B, C.
Yeah, exactly that. And it was like, this is the question, here's the answer. This is your problem, there's your homework. That's what I thought it was going to be like.
Very structured, like your brain. Exactly how you think, isn't it?
So I'd already thought that's how it was going to be. But it wasn't like that. It was very relaxed, very easy to do. And when I figured out that you were just talking to me and putting all these bits together to come back to, I relaxed into the whole course and felt really good. But yeah, at the beginning, I was skeptical. I was.
Isn't it amazing how you framed me as you see yourself?
Yeah.
You literally wanted me to do the things how your mind is thinking.
Yeah.
But you didn't want it at the same time.
Yeah, because I was thinking that's what I do. If I do a project at work, I have a list of questions that we go down to build one of the machines.
Yes.
So there are standard questions you have to go through.
Checklist.
That's it, exactly that. It's a checklist. I was envisaging that from yourself. That's what it's going to be like. And it wasn't. It was like two friends talking. That's how it turned out.
One last question, Paul.
Okay.
Who would you recommend me to and why?
Anyone that's overthinking or even think they're overthinking. So if someone's laying awake at night, thinking about the day, maybe think about one particular part of the day and trying to analyse that one part. And it impacts their sleep or their mood. That type of person. That's where I was.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching this. Have an amazing day.